Hello, I'm Joachim Duplessis. Welcome to the HTS Epoll. It's your opportunity to weigh in on the most pressing issues of the day. Over 13,000 St. Lucian workers will experience an increase in their take-home pay with the implementation of the island's first ever standardized minimum wage. From October 1st, 2024, legally, no worker in St. Lucia should be earning less than $1,130 per month, $6.52 an hour, or $52 daily. So we ask, do you welcome the rollout of the minimum wage in St. Lucia? We took to the streets to get your opinion, and here's what you had to say.
Well, to me, I welcome the minimum wage because those people that were doing below $1,000, right now the contribution will help them towards their children finance, with their schooling, their sporting activities, and other aspects of the children. Most of all, we have to think of the future of our new generation to come. So by all means, our children will be able to manage their money more wisely and more efficiently.
It's a good thing. It's high time they did that for the people of St. Lucia. So everybody will benefit from what is going on and what is taking place. For too long they have been taking advantage on workers, so it's a good initiative.
Yeah, I can welcome the minimum wage. It has certain advantages, certain disadvantages. I mean, it's good to the small people, the poor people, they get a little blind. But as a country, everything is going up, and I can see the need for government to try and give a raise to these people. But also expenditure on the businessman. I mean, the businessman has a lot of expenses, in terms of electricity, water, and they're the ones who really drive the economy in terms of keeping people employed. So I think, as well as giving incentive to the underprivileged, government has to look for some revenue, some form of compensation to the businessman. Whether it be to abolish the commercial rate on electricity and water, but something has to give. It cannot be a one-way street.
I find it's a great improvement, a nice improvement in the country. It might help a great deal of people, and I look forward to see more improvement in the country as well.
Yes, for sure. I think it will work well for them, for the employees. It's a very good gesture. I thanking the government for that move. Well done.
Yes, I do welcome it. Reason for is that people have been working for too little for too long, and everything have increased significantly over the past years, months, and weeks. So I believe yes, they do need the increase. I just hope that the employers do not dismiss some staff because of the increase, and I hope that the staff as well work efficiently, good enough for the pay.
Oh yes, that is long overdue. Understand what's happening in the sector and the economic situation. I think that has to be regularized in terms of ensuring that there's compliance on behalf of the workers and the employee. At the end of the day, it may have a serious impact. I think it has to be fine-tuned as it relates to ensuring that it does not impact negatively on the business persons, because they may not have the capacity to repay, or they may have to lay off certain persons because of their inability to sustain the business. But I'm hoping that the government will step in and give them concession to keep them afloat, because the small business sector is very important to the business environment. And I'm hoping that good judgment will prevail to ensure that there is a good compromise between the two parties.
When I support it, because it can fait chance, because là nous chay moun un pays qui pas ka hen satisfacteur là because ça va faire pièce chance pour travailler pour un mois et quoi 400 good 600 good ça va amener une pièce côté celle ça n'a qu'à tirer now nous gouvernement fait un bon pied pour nous aller devant pour nous garder primaire.
Oh, most definitely. The minimum wage is a very good thing. There are how many people that are in need of that, and it will benefit thousands of St. Lucians, which will be good for the island.
Certainly I welcome the minimum wage. I think what it's going to do, it's going to put a lot of more disposable income in circulation. So now, as employers increase the wages for the regular workers, other small businesses will benefit as a result. And that's just the bottom line.
I think it's a very good thing. At least some of these people who have actually broken their backs for the employers could actually reap some good benefit for the many years that the decades that they've actually made the employers make money. I think finally something good is actually happening. So it's very good. Could have been better. Hopefully, maybe in the next 5 years, it will be bit better. But for now, it's good.
I welcome it because I believe the workers has been ostracized many years back, and I feel that's the ideal thing. It is because a man is indeed required, like he works, he needs double honor, double pay. So I welcome the situation. Yes.
The minimum wage is very much overdue. When I listened to the Prime Minister's speech last night, I realized that it has been in discussion from as early as the 1940s. So it is something that the country has been discussing for a long time. And therefore, it's very welcoming to see that we are eventually going to go into a minimum wage, so that people who are going to be working now are going to be working at $6.50 an hour, which will work out to be about $52 a day, or 1,140, I think, for the month. So I welcome that. I know it's going to have a few teething problems because some of the business people may not have budgeted for that kind of increase. But I'm hoping that everything works out and that it benefits the country in a very positive way.
Thanks for those responses. And now to our new discussion. Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre, at a meeting with the St. Lucians based in the United States, said he will introduce legislation to Parliament to facilitate overseas-based St. Lucians investing in their homeland. Prime Minister Pierre said all of the incentives available to investors would also be available to St. Lucians residing overseas. The announcement seemed to have been welcomed by those in attendance. So we ask, will the introduction of legislation to provide incentives to overseas-based nationals equal to that of other investors increase economic growth? Voting is easy. Just log on to htsstlucia.org and vote. Remember, our Epoll team is always on the go to get your responses as well. Watch the HTS News Force from 7 p.m. for the results and a new discussion.